Danny here. I'm joined here with Max,
What's
and
up, everybody?
today we are going to show you part two of what's probably going to be a very long series of bug fixes and stuff, which the truth is doing. Now, I've got some questions recently about the fact some people seem to think that I am doing these fixes. Well, I have to say that I'm not. This
He's
is
only adding them.
I'm only adding them into the game, and I'm also, for the time being at least, posting whatever Max is doing. So, no, I'm mainly focused on UGMP, while Truth is focusing on these fixes. So anyway,
Exactly.
let's get started. And the first issue we have... Oh, by the way, just like last time, we don't have a side-by-side comparison, so we'll just explain what the issue is and show you how it looks like when fixed. There should be a lot of screenshots or before screenshots available on GTA forums or Discord, so if you want, you can just check those. So anyway, let's get started. So the first issue is a collision issue, like one of these power lines, or telegraph lines I should say, basically was solid, and you could basically walk over them. We,
Yeah,
we,
not anymore now.
I'm not sure where exactly it was, but I think it was right
Here.
here. Yeah.
No, up. It's here.
Oh,
That's here. Yeah, it was,
my
yeah.
bad. So yeah, like I said, it was solid, but as you can see, it isn't anymore. So you can't walk
Exactly.
over it anymore. So yeah, next up we have a missing rooftop phase issue in Vice Point. Interesting, to be honest, I still don't exactly know where Vice Point is.
North.
Yeah, but I know it's north, and I know Washington Beach is south. So with
Yeah.
that said, we should be
No,
good.
Washington Beach is more in the middle.
Really?
Here's the
Oof.
building, by the way, you missed it.
Oh, sorry. Ah, yeah. Gotta fix those warnings. So yeah,
There's a collision issue
oof,
there.
there's a collision issue still, but we'll work it out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what we fixed here was the rooftop, but it should be solid, but I guess we forgot to update the collision file, so I can
I
still
think I
kinda...
sent you one, as far as I know.
Oh,
Hmm,
I think I may not have included it. That's odd.
maybe.
But yeah, previously, these phases here, which I was going through, which I am going through right now, used to be missing completely, but we added them. And like we mentioned before, they should be solid, but but I guess something went wrong and they're not solid now, so we'll have to look into that. Alright,
Uh,
so next fix. Um, right, so according to my list, which I have on my second monitor, the fix in question is not yet added because I overlooked it when I was going through the list to add it, so we'll have to skip it. Basically, it
No,
was
you can show the old bug model.
yeah, I can show you the old bugged model for now, I guess, but still, it wouldn't be... Well, actually, now I'll just show it. Anyway, so... Right, so... As you can see, whenever you enter, like, an interior in single player, or some, you can actually see a part of the interior. It's not actually the interior, it's actually just a copy which is inside the building. It's actually referred to as a, quote, inside non-interior version. And truth is, I was kind of lazy when I did this model, so this should be gone soon. And yeah, and it will be, then this area would be replaced with a black box, like all other interiors, which is to make everything San Andreas style, I guess. So
Yeah.
yeah, the next issue, which was fixed actually, is a warehouse rooftop issue. Now, I think this is the one which I reported some time ago with like the UV mapping on right here, or
Yeah, here.
yeah, basically there was like a triangle going from here to here. I was showing the wrong model, but still, there was a really stretched kind of triangle going from there to here. And this was basically, you know, kind of warped, I guess, this roof right here. But it's fixed, and as you can see, the whole rooftop looks pretty normal now. What I mean with warped, I mean something like this. Like, UV mapping, the process of mapping like textures onto faces is called UV mapping, and basically you can set the positions and stuff of your texture, and if you make it stretched, it will basically look like this. But that's fixed. Now the next issue would be the road gap issue, which is in Viceport / Little Havana. I wouldn't call it Little Havana, but still. Maybe
How
it
would
is.
you call it then?
I don't know, Viceport. So yeah, once there was a gap right here, but we basically fixed that.
Pretty big gap.
Yeah, it was a pretty big gap. It was probably bigger than the feet of my character. Yeah, it's a pretty good guess. Anyway, so now that this gap is fixed, you won't actually see it. No doubt. Anyway, there was that. So the next fix I have, let me check my list once again. Bad collision, the bridge connecting Vice City mainland and Starfish Island. So yeah, there were a lot of problems with this area right here. This was probably one of the first fixes by the Truth, which I showed some time ago, actually.
The bottom of this bridge was non-solid.
Yeah, I think Truth could explain it better than I could, so...
Yeah, well, the bottom of this bridge was basically non-solid. With a helicopter, you could just, like, fly through and, you know, you would be stuck in the bridge.
Oof, I am stuck in the bridge now.
Yeah, me too.
Fly.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, there we go.
I'm still stuck. Wait.
The areas underneath here also weren't solid, and I think there was something with the...
Yeah, with the wall here where I'm standing.
Yeah, there was basically a collision bug right there.
It was elevated, like the collision was higher than the actual wall model.
Yeah, you would be able to climb up here, and you would basically appear to be floating, which is weird.
It's also in original Vice City, which I find funny.
Yeah, a lot of these issues are in the original Vice City game, but since well, we kind of are in agreement about the fact that Vice City is kind of the worst kind of GTA map in terms of how polished it is. If I didn't mention that last part, people would be pretty upset, but hey, we wouldn't be showing 3 videos containing like, or 6 actually, I think by now, 6 videos containing about 60 plus bug fixes in the entire Vice City and Liberty City maps, if they weren't so rushed. So yeah, I guess that would be a pretty good argument. So yeah, you can yell at me in the comments all you like, but still. Next part is some old, ancient downtown gaps.
Oh yeah.
I don't exactly know where I should be going here, but
north, where the biggest skyscraper is. And
is this the model with like 1,000 gaps in it?
Yeah, it's the model with 1,000 gaps. That's how it's called. That's how it's called in the files.
No, there's also a model file named Skip This or Ship This Game Already, which is pretty fun.
That's
it seems to suggest that they were somewhat aware of the fact the Vice City map had some flaws, I think. And that they kind of were sick and tired, getting sick of fixing all the issues, and then just were like, please just ship this game already. So yeah,
Anyway,
there was a small gap right here.
not
And
only
probably a
small, it was
lot
actually
of other
pretty
ones
big.
around this building, but
You could actually get stuck in them.
you could actually get stuck in them, and if you were lucky, you would even find a way to fall through the blue hell, which is
Alright,
awesome.
follow me.
Yeah, truth Gnosis drugs. Or drugs. I mean,
Drugs.
knows his way around this model a lot better than I would.
There was a huge gap between the street and this pavement. Oh, bruh.
Oof. Well, another bug to fix then. Yeah, this is the
it's...
second problem which we should note down or on the to-do list for later. But yeah, like I said, the gap here is fixed, but you can still kind of glitch through the ground here, which shouldn't happen.
It needs an update anyway.
Yeah, let's see, what else do we have on the list? Oh yeah, the collision of this lookout tower thingy.
That's in the south.
Yeah, this is probably going to take a long time. I also wonder how you guys are liking this format of like these fixes. Because I have a really strong feeling like that they're not that interesting, but they're also not completely boring. If you know what I mean. Yeah, this is another fix, but meh. Anyway, there was a collision problem with this lookout tower thingy. Basically, you could stand on this lookout tower, but you would basically appear to be floating because the collision was basically way higher than the actual roof was. So, yeah, it wouldn't be very nice to stand on, to be fair. But that's fixed, so it actually has a more detailed collision model, so you can walk over the roof and actually appear to be standing on the thing, as opposed to a few meters higher in the air.
Yes.
So yeah, we have one last set of fixes, and that consists of a lot of models with gaps in it near the basketball field in Lille.
A lot has been fixed here. But I think you didn't add all fixes.
I didn't add your latest revisions. That's true. Yeah, it's still pending on the pending to be added tab. So yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah.
It is. Anyway, what was fixed here? Oh crap! I already forgot. Oh no, I remember.
Grass here. The wall here. The roofs of this building have been fixed too, but you didn't have that yet, I guess.
Yeah, there were a lot of gaps in this around this area.
Double faces with the fences here.
Yeah, that was kind of something which was working, quote unquote, in a normal game, but they basically went full lazy and didn't properly handle. But yeah, it's too technical to explain. Just assume that it works, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
There were a lot of gaps, as said, like here. Here was one. And around the houses there were gaps, and yeah, I guess that was it, really. But yeah, those are all fixed now. If you want to see if you want to see screenshots of how it all looked before, then I guess you can look them up on Discord, on our Discord or GTA forums. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.